Alright, so the exercise today we're going to be working with a poem, and if you'll notice on the poem, there's no title to it. There is a title, but I purposely left it off because in this exercise we're going to read through it, and then you guys, yes?
Did you write this poem yourself?
No, I'll get into that in a second. It's not my poem. And then you guys are going to guess, and there's no such thing as a bad answer. You're going to guess what the title of the poem might be, and then we'll go through and you guys just give your reasons as to why you thought so. And then I'll reveal the title of the poem and we'll discuss some of the different interpretations of it, and that'll be that. So the poem is written by a famous poet called Sylvia Plath. She was a really famous American poet. Died at a young age. She committed suicide at the age of 30, I believe it was, in the 1960s. She's known for a lot of social commentary, feminism, and things of that nature. She was a mom as well. These are all things to maybe keep in mind. Or you can just read this and take it literally, however you want to see it. So I want you guys to take about 5 minutes, read through it once or twice, and then we'll come back and come up with a title. Everybody's got to come up with a title. I've done this before and with other poems, and people just come up with really random things. But if you have a good reason for it, that's the way to explore it. So take about 5 minutes to do so, and then we will come back and discuss it. Yeah?
Are you allowed to tell us what a loam is?
We will discuss that afterwards as part of like...
So it's a secret for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Alright, so we're going to go through the titles that you guys came up with, and I'll let you know what loam is now. It's something I had to look up myself. Loam is a type of grass, sort of, that's really conducive to crops and plants growing. So it's used by farmers and stuff like that. It's kind of like a mix between soil and fertilizer and stuff like that. So, Mitzi, what was your title?
We are.
We are?
Yeah.
Okay, and what was your reason for we are?
Because, everything, not everything, but most stuff mentioned is talking about, like, we or our, or, like, us. So it's kind of, like, together.
Okay. Us, we, together. Nice. Okay. Going down the line.
She's changing hers.
Changing yours. Okay.
4.
I'll go first.
Yeah, go ahead.
I put explosive birth in a barn of gypsies.
That's the one big title?
Yeah.
Explosive birth.
In a barn of gypsies. Because... Hold on. Okay.
You got it.
But like the line,
What line?
like soft fists insist on heaving is like the doctor, and shoulder through holes is spelling out. But then also they're like earless and eyeless, and like obviously really poor, like gypsies. And I thought maybe like saying they don't have human-like properties is like saying they're Roma, like below human.
Right, okay, so
I'm not
gypsies,
anti-gypsy, but it's a common.
no, I know, but
hatred.
it's a common stereotype of gypsies to be
Nobody sees them
deformed
because
in some way.
they're sneaky little sleuths, and no one studies them, just little thieves, and they're just all over the place. There's a lot of them. And they're nudgers, pushy, little Roma thieves in the barn.
Alright, the most creative
Thieves.
answer award goes to you, unless I'm going to be surprised. What'd you say?
No, you're not going to be surprised. Poor babies.
We're babies.
We
Okay.
got this.
Why do you think that person's Roma?
Poor babies because why?
Because, like, I don't know, they were talking about poverty and, like, the leafy beds and stuff, like, you know.
Leafy bed, why does leafy bed say
Because they're
babies?
sleeping on leaves. Like,
Okay,
that doesn't
so-
sound, like, very luxurious.
So, you're imagining babies that have to sleep outside
On leaves.
on leaves. Alright. Bless you.
Pretty obtuse.
I wrote name right up second child.
You wrote what?
African child.
African child.
Yeah, because
Okay,
it's,
what?
it sounds like they're in a place like Africa where they don't have any food, and they said their diet is water, and they just like inhabit the earth. So it just reminded me of like the children in Africa who are living
That's what I
in
was
the
trying to
poverty.
explain.
Third
Okay.
world countries. It doesn't just have to be just Africa, but any third world country.
Okay. Tess?
Well, mine is children of the third world.
Children of the third world. And what are your reasons for that?
Because it's talking about like starvation and just kind of depression, and it just seems like a third world country to describe it.
Okay. Those are all legitimate interpretations, so that's kind of a...
Oh, it's in a barn of gypsies, not and a barn of gypsies.
My apologies. How could I? Well, you're wrong. It's actually and a barn of gypsies. That's the title. No, a couple things I want you guys to think about, and then maybe we can come up with it together. Some key words. Whitely. So we're talking about something white. Loam. That had to do with growth
Rice.
of plants.
China.
Chinese rice.
Soft fists. Think of almost the shape of a
Children
fist.
working.
The paving, it shoulders through the holes, even paving, diet on water, and edible. I don't think African children are edible. I mean, depending on how deep into the sticks you are, if there's cannibalism or something. But something white and edible that shoulders through the crannies.
Gypsies.
Okay. The title is mushrooms.
Oh.
Do you see how that could work?
More babies and mushrooms.
Wow.
But here's the thing. There are lots of different interpretations. Some people say, don't freak out about this. It's about mushrooms, plain and simple. But considering Sylvia Plath was a feminist and also a mother, what other interpretations do you guys think you could have?
Women are mushrooms.
Okay, women are mushrooms, and what's going on in the 50s, 60s, mid-20th century with
They're
women?
forced to stay home and clean.
Oh,
Well, what's
isn't that when women
Women's
started
rights
working?
women's rights movement? Exactly. So some people say that this is, and Sylvia Plath was a feminist, and some people say this has to do with the women's rights movement, and that there's these concrete societal barriers above them that they're going to break through and eventually emerge and become victorious. And she's using mushrooms as a metaphor for that. So like rising through the toughest spots and showing up everywhere. So women's rights movement. And then as a mother with small children, what do you think this could be?
I think about her kids and how like they're growing up and stuff.
Right. Exactly. So another popular interpretation is her kids and their generation. So it's like a new generation.
So we got the kids thing down, just
Yeah,
not
you did.
the-
So it's like a new generation of kids in America sort of growing up and eventually taking over. You always hear that the leaders of tomorrow and things like that. So a lot of people said that inspired by becoming a mother, Sylvia Plath wrote for that reasons. Anything else you guys can come up with? Those are the two main ones, but kind of the point is you can take a poem like this, and the point of poetry, sometimes when I was learning about poetry I was like, why am I reading this? It's about mushrooms, whatever, but you can take poetry and sort of make it your own, and there are hundreds of different interpretations you can come up with, including explosive births and barns of gypsies, and that's fine. Did you guys kind of like how this lesson went with the guessing, and was it a
Yeah.
cool strategy?
Yeah.
Anything you didn't like about it?
Other than the gypsies in it.
Other than the gypsies? But I thought you had nothing against gypsies.
Well.
I mean,
I've been pushed down on the subway by a band of gypsies.
it's like Borat.
Yeah.
Don't cast your spells, gypsy. I know your tricks.
I was in like France, and this big black gypsy took my subway ticket and stole my fanny pack.
It's too bad.